Foreign Policy had a fascinating piece out today about ladyboys in the Gulf. So it turns out that transgendered sex trade in the Middle East, and particularly in Gulf countries, is very, very popular.
Of course! I love this story. I love it. Because, of course, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, whatever, all these Arab Gulf countries, Persian Gulf countries, very conservative. Being gay is totally and utterly wrong. Unless, I mean, it's like a really cute girl that happens to have a penis, in which case maybe we can make an exception.
A lot of transgender people are torn as to whether or not they should go to these Gulf countries, right? Because the sex trade there is huge. They make a ton of money because these are oil-rich countries. But at the same time, if they get caught as transgendered individuals or if they get caught in any type of homosexual activity, they can be beaten to death. There was a famous transsexual who went to, I believe it was in Dubai. Yes, Sally Kamatoy went to Dubai, and authorities found out that she was transgendered, and they literally bludgeoned her to death.
Yeah, it's really sick, man.
So that's obviously a huge downside of the story. It's depressing, but it's also interesting to see that in these Gulf countries, you know, as you mentioned, that are extremely religious and right-wing, you have, you know, this huge sex trade happening.
So two fascinating things about this. Number one, they say that a lot of their clients, to be fair, are from the West. So there's a lot of people from the West in Dubai. Dubai is supposed to be one of the more open places in the Gulf, but they also have a lot of clients that are from the United Arab Emirates, etc. And they say the Arab clients pay more. So I don't know why. I don't know if they value their services more. Apparently, obviously, a lot of the locals very much enjoy the trade, and they get a lot of clients that pay a lot of money. That's why they're taking such risks, literally with their lives, to go do this, because it's so lucrative. So there's the hypocrisy, obviously. But then, here comes the awesome part. Now, it's got a terrible dark side, but it's got awesome hypocrisy. So a lot of times they get arrested, and when they do, what's the first thing the police do? Police arrest them because they are being immoral, and then immediately have sex with them. No, come on. Come on, come on. It's the same every time. The hypocrisy is always this. I cannot believe they are these transsexuals and they are so pretty. Let us arrest them and have sex with them. Okay? And so in one particular case, this woman, it's I believe Filipino, describes how the police chief picked her out for himself. So brought her into his office and had sex with her before imprisoning her. Okay, and then in another story, another transgendered woman is put in prison, and then the guards make money off of selling her to the criminals, the real criminals in the prison, who want to have sex with her.
Yeah, actually, Maya was one of the transgendered individuals that was interviewed by Foreign Policy, and you know, some of her comments were just so heartbreaking because she talks about her experience when she did get imprisoned. And she says, they really treated me like a dog or an animal. There are a lot of big criminals, drug dealers, things like that. Those big criminals were allowed to pay to come to my cell. The guard would open the gate and let them enter my cell and rape me whenever they wanted.
Yeah. So all these guys, you know, whether they're the cops, they're the criminals, whether they're Westerners, they're local Arabs, etc. Oh, it's immoral, immoral, immoral. Except, of course, they all want to have sex with them, right? And it's not just the hypocrisy, right? It also shows you, by the way, the reality of sexual orientation in the world, right? It's not binary, and I can guarantee you that if you ask those guys, at the very least, 9 out of 10 of them would tell you, oh no, I'm totally straight, right? But when push comes to shove, they pay a lot of money to have non-straight sex.